the Terps are a middling to below average Big Ten team. But like the fact of the matter is, the Badgers are a middling to likely low end Big Ten team. If they don't beat Maryland, how are any Badger fans supposed to go through the entire year having any hope, knowing that after this you play at Michigan, knowing that Iowa's a better version of they're the same team they've been for 30 years and the Badgers are not. Ohio State will kill them. Ohio State will kill them. Washington will beat them at Indiana, at Illinois. Like if they don't beat Maryland, there is a strong possibility, this is not hyperbolic, that they don't win another football game this season. And so I'm not doing the he's got to go thing, but I'm getting really close. Getting really, really close. And for those who are trying to defend the Badgers' performance against Alabama, this ain't Nick Saban's Alabama. This Alabama team could have 3-4 losses by the end of the year. This isn't your grandfather's Alabama.
Grandfather, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
This is Kalen DeBoer's Alabama. This isn't so now you have Alabama, you have Ohio State and Oregon. So those are two teams that are way better than Alabama and Oregon and Ohio State. Mm-hmm. So to lose that bad and have as little points as they did and one of them be on a kickoff return, what the hell's going to happen the rest of the season?
Yeah,
he's either going to give all reason to have zero hope for this program, or he's going to be hanging on by, I don't know, life support.
This football program is not even a shell of itself. This football program is something I can't even recognize. The fact that you're getting destroyed by these football teams where it's not even close. You're not even competing against teams like Alabama. I wasn't expecting a win against Alabama like some folks crazily thought. I was just expecting for the Wisconsin Badgers. I was hoping, not expecting. I was hoping for them to compete. Give me some sense of hope, the sense of, okay, this team isn't as bad. No, this team is bad. This program is bad. I'm sick of hearing the same story about, this team is better than us, and, we got to get better. It's the same message every single loss that the Wisconsin Badgers have, and I've given up. This has gotten to the point when it comes to Wisconsin Badger football is that when the Badgers lost, it used to ruin my weekend. Like, I literally, the worst weekend could be Badgers and Packers losing on the same weekend, and I was blessed growing up. We didn't have a lot of those. Weren't a lot of double losses for my Badgers and my Packers. But at this point now, I am so emotionally detached from the Badgers because of how bad they are. I still care about the Badgers. I still want them to win, but I understand that this program is just not good. We suck. We suck. When we were talking about can the Badgers win 6 games, that's when I knew the bar was extremely low. 6 games used to be the minimum. That was the minimum. Going to a bowl game was a minimum. This football team is going to miss 2 bowl games, 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. And I told y'all this before. Like, what are we waiting for? We're wasting time. It's a waste of time to let Fickle coach it out. Sure, let him coach out this season and let's find somebody else next season. But it's a waste of time. You see what UCLA did? They sucked last year, and they started to suck again this year. They fired Deshaun Foster ASAP.
How much did they pay Deshaun Foster, though? Because
not as much. Buyout was not the case.
They set a wild precedent with how much they're willing to pay the head coach of the university. And then the buyout that comes with that.
25 million.
People are, 25, 26 million. People would say, well, just utilize that to go towards the players.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But we all know it. Like in our heart of hearts, nobody looks at Luke Fickell and says, "That's my coach." He feels like the Wisconsin head coach.
Oh no,
he's got the tenacity of Wisconsin head coach. He's got the aura of Wisconsin head coach.
I thought he was gonna have it.
Well, yeah, I did too. I'll be the first to admit that. I was excited about Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
I thought what he had done with a Cincinnati program, getting it into the college football playoff, would be something that could translate to a high major school with his connections to Ohio State. Having lineage and the Tressel family a part of his coaching tree, it's not working. It's just not.
No,
and that was so lifeless.
Yeah, no. This team has no personality anymore. We have no identity. We used to have identity. It was building a wall around the state of Wisconsin where we were going to get every single big boy, fat boy across the state of Wisconsin that played football, offensive line specifically, they were going to be a Wisconsin Badger. You got kids now who aren't growing up wanting to go play for the Wisconsin Badgers because they're not good. There is no tradition. How many walk-ons on this football team have come and did anything? Grover Bortolotti, he came in his redshirt freshman year.
Oh, exactly.
He's a walk-on guy from Wisconsin Badgers. He played his freshman year. He don't play no more. That's the whole point, is that you went from this culture of we're going to build from within.
Yeah, but that doesn't work nowadays.
It doesn't need to work nowadays, but there still is this level of, not integrity, but tenacity that you have of getting guys that are tough, getting guys that are gritty, right? The Wisconsin Badgers don't have that. They have nothing. No, you can't recruit guys to come to the school. You can't recruit guys to transfer to the school, and you're not growing guys once they get to the school. If you can't do any of that, guess what? You have a failing football program, and that is what we're watching from Luke Fickell. We gave Luke Fickell a chance. We gave him a shot, but losing to number 19 Alabama showed you how low this program has gotten. They can't even pull off an upset against nobody.
Let's hit Cheesehead Bucky here on the Carb List Talking text line. Go ahead, Cheesehead Bucky.
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
So when it comes to Bama, first off, I don't think that we know if they're not a good team yet, because that Florida State program, if their quarterback doesn't get hurt, there's possibilities that they're, 2 years ago, they're the national champions. So that's a program that steady gets talent. Steady just needed to put a quarterback in that position to be a successful program.
Let me jump ahead for you real quick. They're playing Georgia this week at Georgia. We'll see what they're made of there. They're playing Tennessee. They're playing Oklahoma. They're playing Auburn. Like they're not gonna be this 11-1 team.
Okay, well, we don't know that yet. What happens if they are?
They're not. They're not. And it doesn't change the fact that the Badgers do not have a competitive bone in that program's body.
How do you know that Alabama isn't going to be?
It's not about Alabama. It's about Wisconsin.
Yeah, how do you know that Wisconsin is going to be a competitive football team, Cheesehead Bucky? What about this team inspires you to make you believe in them?
So my thing is this. One, Alabama could not run the ball whatsoever on us. Whatsoever. They could not do it. Okay? They have 2 NFL wide receivers in their backfield. Now, I agree. There was no pressure on the quarterback. That is a problem. But when you play teams like Iowa, you play teams like Minnesota, they're not going to be able to sit back and throw the ball to 2 NFL guys.
They lost by 30 to both of those teams last year.
This isn't last year, Ben.
And what have you seen from this year that gives you faith that it's going to change?
I just told you. Teams
Stopping
cannot
the run
the ball on us anymore. Yes, that's where it starts. Is it not? Did Iowa beat us last year if they can't run the ball? No.
We got to be able to score points too.
Kind of. It's not a one-sided game.
You know what, Cheesehead Bucky?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I gave up false hope last season. When this football team performed the way they did against Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska, that showed me everything I needed to know about what that football program was. It was a lifeless football program that had absolutely no heart. They don't play for the W on their helmet. They're playing for themselves. And when you try to play for yourselves, that's when things fall apart.
Look, I get where Cheesehead Bucky is coming from, because literally Bucky is in his name. And I get it. I love Wisconsin. But stopping the run and losing 38-14 isn't going to give me faith that they can win. Like, the only other question I would have wanted to ask is what he thinks, how many games they could win this year.
I mean, when you look at the schedule,
we know that. We know. I want to know from like Cheesehead Bucky, who still has belief, what he thinks they can do.
I see 5 or 6 wins. That's the problem.
Charlie in Franklin, you're up on the Carb List Talking text line. You've been a 32-year season ticket holder for Wisconsin.
That's fantastic.
32 years, and I'm telling you what I'm watching here, I might not go to 33. It's kind of disheartening. There's no life, but people are missing the boat, and I laugh at the last caller about stopping the run. Our offensive line is abysmal. There's no life, and what people also are missing is the fact that the last 6 years, the top 3 recruits in the state of Wisconsin are not wearing W's on their helmet. They are going elsewhere, and I'm not talking just Ohio States and the Notre Dames. They are going to the Iowas. They are going to the Iowa States, and they are going to Minnesota. We should be able to beat the Marylands of the world, but our benchmark is how are we going to compete against the Iowas, the Minnesotas, and the Indianas where we used to destroy them. I was at the Middle Tennessee State game, and the amount of energy inside Camp Randall was appalling. Back in the day, we used to run for 500 yards on that team, and we can't run the football at all. And until that changes, we are going to be mediocrity. We are going to be on the bottom half of the Big Ten year in, year out. I like the fact that they took a swing at Fickle. I would have rather had Jimmy Leonard because that was a safe pick. But you got to cut ties sooner than later because we are not going anywhere. There is no identity to this team. I can't believe what I'm watching.
It's fair, Charlie. Your frustrations are heard here with us. 800-990-3776.
It's just so bad. And I think what people have to understand is that you are now below Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska, and Indiana. Like, you are below these teams. That is where the problem comes in, is that you're no longer, hey, who's going to be the head of the middle of the pack? No. You are in the conversation with Maryland. You're in the conversation with, Northwestern right now. Illinois is the 9th-ranked team in the country. You tell me we can't be that good? Stop it. If Brett Bielema can do it, if they can do it in Indiana, why can't we do it here at Wisconsin? Stop making these dang excuses.
The excuses are tough
team.
when you have an opportunity in today's age to build a team based off of like the type of guys you want, and you don't have to wait on your recruits to get better. You need to bring guys to the university on your vision.
We didn't fire
There's
Paul Christian.
there's no vision. There's no vision.
I don't know what he doesn't know what he wants to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is he supposed to recruit people when I would talk? Like, if I were a recruiter, I'd be asking questions like, yeah, I can really see you on the sidelines and like this whole TEAM thing, TEAM team.
Together, everyone achieves more. Not the Wisconsin Badgers.
Yeah.
It should be teen.
That's Wisconsin education who can't spell the word team.
No, I did the first time, and I doubled down because I was like, that didn't sound right. TEAM team.
Told you it's teen. Together, everyone achieves nothing.
Nailed it, Kyle.